Welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide. We are here with another short, sweet Genesis 2 resource guide, and we're going to show you all the best ways to get Element on the Genesis 2 map. We're going to show you lots of different locations to get Element on Genesis 2 because depending on your circumstances, one of them may work much better for you, especially on certain days. And we'll show you the absolute fastest, most effective ways to harvest Element so you can get hundreds of Element in no time at all. But make sure you watch the whole Element guide because some of these Element locations will work much better for you at different times. Please like and share this video, comment and subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell for all notifications so you don't miss our next video. And let's get started! Now, by far the fastest and most effective way to get Element is to harvest these element crystals found in the Space Biome, but they are only available at certain times. Every single day at midnight game time, the ship will warp to a new solar system and the entire Space Biome is reset to a random solar system. And every time it warps, there's a 1 in 8 chance of getting this biome with all of these turquoise asteroids and tons of element crystals everywhere. You'll know this biome is here if you ever see purple loot drops or purple beacons coming from the sky, and if you see that, rush over here and get all the element you can as fast as possible because it will not be here for long. Now these element crystals drop lots of element shards and occasionally a whole element. It takes 100 element shards to craft one whole element, and you have to craft them at a console and it takes time, so it's much better if you just maximize the amount of whole element you're gathering. And even though the metal pick should be pretty effective, it's actually much more effective to just use your tech punch to punch out these crystals. Now a mining drill is going to be even better for gathering these, especially a high tier mining drill, but until you have one of those, the tech punch works pretty effectively even on day one. Now Ankylosaurs are actually great for harvesting these element crystals, and a lot of you will probably get a very high level Ankylosaur pretty early on for gathering metal. This one has about 900 melee damage, and it's getting a ton of element shards and element. Now if you want to harvest twice as fast with an Anky, walk it off the edge until it's floating and keep it from touching the ground, and then whenever you swing your tail, you won't actually stop moving while you're swinging. If you happen to have a Magmasaur, those get a much higher concentration of whole element, but you might not have a Magmasaur lying around in Genesis 2. Now the absolute best, most effective way to get Element on Genesis 2 is to get a tech strider that's high level with an excavator rig and resource attractor rig. And once you get those two paired up, you can start mowing down the element crystals and get thousands and thousands of element shards and hundreds of element in no time at all. I mean, look how much I've got in just like 30 seconds. So if you clear out the whole biome of all those element crystals with a tech strider, you're going to have all the element you need for a very long time in just one cycle of these asteroids. There's also a 1 in 8 chance to get this space biome, which has piles of element dust all over the place, and you can gather those by hand to get lots of element dust and the occasional whole element. When this biome is here, there will be blue or cyan loot drops around the world. You can harvest these element piles with a mining drill, but it's nowhere near as effective as harvesting crystals, and it takes 1,000 element dust to craft one element. We'll show you how to do that at the end of this video. But first let's show you the best ways to get element that are always there, so you don't have to rely on a 1 in 4 chance of happening to be where the space biome has element that day. Now all over the Rockwell Garden biome you'll find these carniflora plants, which are like Venus flytraps that will eat your face if you're not careful, but if you know what you're doing you can harvest them for element shards and black pearls and actually get a pretty decent amount of element shards at any time doing that. If you want to see all the spawn locations and the best, most effective ways to harvest these carniflora, check out the link in the description of this video because I have an entire guide that's all about carniflora that will teach you everything you need to know about them. But anytime the space biome doesn't happen to be around, carniflora are probably your best bet for getting the most element. Now if you like to live dangerously, you can actually get a lot of element shards, keratin, chitin, spoiled meat from these giant piles of meat plant things. They're really creepy, but they're found in the Rockwell's innards, and if you like to live dangerously, you can definitely come in here and get a lot of element shards this way. But don't say I didn't warn you, because there's all kinds of stuff that will eat your face down here, and it's going to get dicey. I also recently learned that tech striders can poop element shards, so you can get a few that way. You can technically find gachas that produce element dust, but they're so rare it's almost not worth trying. You get a little element dust from every tech creature that you kill, and if you set up a farm breeding like baby tech parasaurs, you can actually get a decent supply of element dust that way. And you could sometimes get element shards and element dust from grinding up stuff you get from loot drops in an industrial grinder. Or if you really want to, you can spend 2,000 hexagons to buy one element from Helena's store, if that's active for you. It's not even active on official servers right now. But now let's tell you how to convert all those element shards and element dust into actual element. So first we want to head to one of these mission terminals. You can also use a tech replicator if you happen to have one of those handy, but if you just go up to your missions list and track any of the missions, it'll give you a waypoint on your screen to mark where the closest mission terminal is, and you can use that like a smithy to craft element. If you open up the tech folder, you'll see two recipes. One converts an element into 100 element shards, and one converts 100 element shards into one element. So put your element shards in and craft it into an element just like everything else. You can make element anywhere from element dust, but you have to unlock the engram at level 58 for unstable element. From there, you can craft 1,000 element dust into one unstable element, and that unstable element will have a 2-minute spoil timer, and after 2 minutes, it spoils down into actual element. So hopefully one of those methods will get you a really good steady supply of all the elements you need for your Genesis 2 adventures. Let me know in the comments which of these techniques you use to get element in Genesis 2, or if there's anything I haven't mentioned here. I would love to hear about it. Also, let me know if there's any resources you're having trouble finding in Genesis 2, and I'll be making more resource guides really soon. So keep an eye out for those, and make sure you're subscribed with all notifications enabled so you don't miss the next one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it around. That helps us out a lot. And drop a comment. We love hearing from you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell to enable all notifications, because we have lots more videos like this coming out really soon, and you won't want to miss any of them. We already have tons of other videos for you to watch right now, so check these out. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next video.